Hi and welcome back. I have to get ready for work today. I finally started working again. Yesterday, Wednesday, was my first day and I was tired. It exhausted me like to no end. I came home with a headache. I forgot just how hyper second graders can be. So I do have to get ready. I'm going to be using this Mercier blush that I got from Mercier and Octoly. Not trying to sell you on it, I promise. I just need to use it because you know how it works. I gotta talk about the stuff that they send me. So I'm gonna do like my basic everyday substitute teacher look. This is like my go-to, especially in the mornings when I don't have a lot of time because I have to be at school at like 6:30 in the morning or something. Or I have to be out the door by 7 in the morning. So that's what this look is going to be, and I will show you like literally the stuff that I use. I'm going to prime my eyes. This is the Bare Minerals Gin Nude Undressed. It's like a, if you know like any of the Maybelline color tattoos or Max Paint Pot, especially in the wood Painterly, this one is really similar. And I finished up my Painterly, so this is what I have been using, and I really like it. It's a lot smoother on my eyes than Painterly. It blends a little bit easier. It does have a little bit of a sheeny shimmer in it, but it's nothing that like translates on the eyes. I don't know. I really don't feel like wearing foundation today, so I'm not going to. Lately though, I've been using the Misha BB cream, and I like it. I'm really not in the mood. Not in the mood to wear it, so I'm not going to. So instead, I'm going to do some concealer. This is Bare Minerals Serum Concealer. I like this one. I am just going to conceal wherever I'm not liking for the day. Sponge. I'm going to set the concealer. This is Mercier's translucent powder. I've bought so many of these. I love this stuff. I was using the RC May one, and that one just left like a crazy white cast on me. I apply it with the puff. I wound up buying this a while ago, like a couple years ago, and I like how the powder looks better with the puff than applied with a brush. If I use a sponge, like, oh, I like it whenever I put it on with a sponge, but it's almost like too heavy of a look for me. Put on, and you work it into the sponge. And you can wash these sponges, and I've washed this one multiple times, and it holds up really well. It comes super clean, and then you get all the stuff out. Honestly, I only wash the sponge like once a month. I need to wash it more than that. I do like a little bit of like contouring, so I've been using the Hourglass Moodlight powder, and it just gives like a little bit of shape to my face without being like a super heavy contour, and I like the way that this looks. And it blends out really nice and easily. Alright, bronzer. Still working on the Bobbi Brown one. If you don't know, this is my second of these Bobbi Brown bronzers. I panned one, I think maybe last year or the year before, and I missed it so much I went out and bought another one. I like the shade medium too. It's got a little bit of a red undertone to it. After I'm done with this one though, I have the Anastasia Beverly Hills bronzer. I have a Becca bronzer that I was sent. I think those are the only two bronzers I have, so I'm excited to start using those once I'm done with this one. All right, Laura Mercier gifted me the blush color Infusion. I picked out the shade Peach. This is very similar to NARS's Orgasm, but it does not have as much flecks of gold, I would say. It leans more on the peachy side. I have found that with this blush, I do not need to use highlighter because the sheen on it, it's kind of like a built-in highlighter. So that's one step that I don't need to use. If I wanted to use highlighter, I could, and I probably would, but most days that I have worn this one, I don't need to use highlighter. The box describes this as a sheer buildable blush that delivers 10 hours of natural looking cheek color. I agree that it is sheer. It can be built up and it lasts a long time. A long time. The packaging is really nice. It's nice and heavy. Laura Mercier products are just like high quality. Anyways, for the most part, Laura Mercier is a brand that I go to for like base products, face products. I've actually never tried their eyeshadows. I'd be curious to try those though. So I'm just using my blush brush. Can you see that? And I like to put on just a little bit at a time. It's kind of cute that it has a little mirror, since you could use it if you wanted to. Like I am. Can you see that sheen? See, it's not on this side because I don't have it, but it's got a little bit of a golden sheen. It's just a nice soft blush, nothing too overpowering. They have one called Chai that I really want. For the Love of Makeup, Shauna, I hope you're said your name right. She had actually bought this one, Peach, and she bought Chai, I believe, as well. And she returned Peach because it was very, very similar to Ginger Pop by Clinique, which I actually have. Had I realized that Peach was super similar to Ginger Pop, then I would have chosen a different color. Ginger Pop doesn't have the gold sheen in it though. It's got more of a pink in it. The first time I tried this blush on, I was like, oh, I feel like a fairy. I put so much blush on though, it was like really heavy. I felt like a fairy. I wanted to like flitter around the house. All right, that is done. For my eyes, I've been using the LORAC California Dreamin' palette. Yes, I still have this. Yes, I still love it. I have hit some major pan on Hot Toddy. That is my go-to shade in here. Cozy is this cream color. I have a pretty big dip in there. 65 Degrees I've been using a lot. And Starfish and Button. I really like this palette. This is something that a lot of people did not like, but I am like living for this palette. And it's got little tiny Kit Kats on it. Look, how freaking cute are the little kitties and the butterflies and the starfish. This is like California in a nutshell. It's pretty funny. Yeah, I think it's cute. All right, go to look though. And I've been doing this with one brush. This is like a blending brush, I guess. It's a Chikuhodo GSN 10. I got this off of Beautylish. I don't know, it's just the one that I have been gravitating towards. So I will go into Hot Toddy. Because the Natasha Denona shadows are like super, they can be kind of a pain to work with, or they take a little bit longer to work with as compared to like a LORAC shadow that's kind of powdery and you can manipulate these a lot easier. That's why whenever I am in a rush, I I go for the LORAC shadows because it's a little bit easier to use. And then I will take Cable Knit, which is this deeper, it's almost like a brownish purple, and put that on my outer crease. And if I'm feeling fancy, I'll go back into Cable Knit again, same brush. I'll put that on my lower lash line. And then depending on my mood, I will go into 65 degrees, which is a pink shimmer, or Sandcastle, which is a white one. Both of them are pretty dang similar. I think for this one though, I'm going to go into 65 degrees. These are like, hey, I just hit pan in that. Ah, that's funny. And put that on my lid. Same brush, I just used like the actual side of the brush instead of the tip. And I pat it on instead of blend it on. I keep my eyebrows really simple. I fill them in with Anastasia's brow powder in the shade Taupe, and I am going to put on some mascara. I've been using the Flower Beauty Lash Warrior mascara. I really like this, and right now, this second, I know it's on sale at Ulta for $6.99. I'm tempted to buy another one, but I have a couple of other mascaras that I do need to use up first. It's really hard to not buy another one of these though, because I really like it. So I'm going to do that, and then I will be right back for my lips. Mascara makes everything come together, like no joke. I love mascara. Okay, lipstick. I use basic colors as almost chapstick. It helps me get through them faster. So right now I have been using Pure Pout by MAC. It is just a regular nude. It works. Keeps my lips moisturized. As long as it's not like a matte lipstick, I can do it. That's how I got through most of that Lancome gift with purchase lipstick last school year, like at the beginning of this year, spring going into summer. I used it as chapstick. Yeah, so that's it. This is like my go-to. I am in a hurry, but I need to put something on my face. I know I don't need makeup, but I have found that if I'm not, for me, if I'm not wearing makeup, I'm not as confident in myself as a substitute teacher, and I've realized that I need that extra boost of confidence whenever I go in front of classes and try to get these kids to listen to me. So I do anything that I can to make myself like feel better and help myself become a better sub. And if I'm not wearing makeup, then I feel a little bit weird. I have had times where I think because I have always worn makeup, it's just like part of who I am. Kids notice when I don't. I've actually had students not even recognize me when I am not wearing makeup, which is kind of crazy because I don't think I look that different. I don't know, maybe I do. And then there's also like the flip side where if I have extra time on my hands and I am wearing a little bit more makeup, or I'm wearing like purple eyeshadow, then it's usually like the kindergartners, they don't really like it. They're like, what is on your eyes? And I'll be like, oh, it's eyeshadow. Like, my mommy doesn't wear that. Why do you have purple on your eyes? It's kind of funny. Like, because I like it. I did have a little boy once who was in 2nd grade, and I was wearing makeup, and he comes up to me and he says, my mommy says you shouldn't wear makeup because God made you without it. And I laughed. I'm like, well, your mom seems nice, but I like wearing makeup. He's like, oh, that's a sin. I was like, oh man, okay. I don't think it's a sin to wear makeup. Anyways, this is my go-to look. I like this. I feel good in it. It's not a lot over the top where kids are like, what you doing? Or admin is like, that's a little bit too much. So yeah, go-to. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Alrighty, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day. I'm more impressed though that I can do an entire eyeshadow look with one blending brush. That totally changed my morning game, honestly. With like one brush. Alright, have a good one, and I will see you in the next one.